My name is Wei Shen. I am 35 this year. I'm a father of two, Daniel and Deborah, married to a beautiful wife, Lydia. I attend the Church of Good Shepherd, and I used to serve pretty regularly before my daughter came. So I've been on a break since her arrival, and yeah, currently I'm thinking, contemplating whether to resume service at the same intensity lah. Since young, I have a skin condition called eczema that also passed on to Daniel, my son. So it's a condition that causes the skin to itch and rash and flare up. So it's quite difficult to contain or to manage the flare. Whenever there's a flare, it itches quite badly. We scratch, the skin is damaged, the skin becomes scaly, and it's sort of quite a bad cycle of itching, scratching, getting injured, and then the injured part itches and spreads even. So that's eczema. Recently, I found out that some of the patches that I thought were eczema was actually psoriasis. And yeah, so psoriasis is different. The patches are a lot larger, much more redder, angry looking, and the itch is also a lot more intense. So I'm struggling with having patches across my trunk of my body, on my elbows, and now it's sort of spreading to my neck and my legs. So I'm quite affected by this condition. I feel very self-conscious. In fact, I feel very embarrassed about this condition for some reason. So I normally wear long sleeve whenever I'm meeting people, whenever I'm outside. And now it has come to a point where I don't really like to even bare my body at home because the patches are a lot more ugly looking, and they have become more scaly and more flaky. So when I itch and when I scratch, the flakes drop off. It looks like dandruff. It looks like white specks of dust, especially if I'm wearing if I'm shirtless. I'm wearing a dark colored shorts or something. If I were to scratch, you'll see as though it has been snowing on my shorts, on a dark fabric, and that is quite disgusting in your opinion. I feel quite bad for dirtying the house, dirtying the place, and letting my family have to deal with the flakes of skin that I leave behind everywhere I go. So with my shirt on, at least I know hopefully the flakes are contained within the sleeves. Then I will go to the toilet to take off my shirt and then dust it off, and then sometimes wear the shirt back if I need to lah. Especially when I know that I've been stretching a lot. This condition has caused me to be very self-conscious, especially when I'm with people. I recently went for a trip with some of my friends. It was an overseas trip. And then, of course, we wanted, it was a trip to stay over lah, to have a vacation at JB. But because of this condition, I've decided not to stay over, because it's just inconvenient or embarrassing for me to have to stay over. The thought of having to stay over, having to sleep on a bed, maybe even share it with people, it's quite embarrassing in my opinion. And it hurts to shower because of the wounds that I have after scratching. So I don't really like to shower ever. I don't really like to shower outside even. At home, I really shower just because I know that I need to keep clean, but then after every shower it is painful wherever the patches are because of the wounds, and it's just a drag to shower. Yeah, so this is what I struggle with with psoriasis as a condition. I am afraid that when people find out, especially with my friends or family, they know, they are disgusted, but yet they are paiseh to say. So it's a very weird situation that I don't want my friends to be in. So it's either I can contain my condition very well, or I just don't hang out with them. I don't want to discuss people unnecessarily. I don't want to put people in a position where they don't feel comfortable with me, but at the same time, sort of they love me too much to they don't want to hurt me, so they don't really say anything, so they like sort of bear with that feelings that they have lor. I think that is also a main source of embarrassment lor, because I don't think people like seeing me like that, seeing anyone like that for that matter. I don't think it's something that I want people to see, to feel. I don't want people to feel
about you like
this way. Whenever they're with me, I want people to be completely comfortable with me. I want people to enjoy their time with me. I think this condition will prevent that from happening. Once people know, I think I'm afraid that this will prevent that from happening. My biggest fear right now will be for my kids, if they have to suffer a condition like that. I think it's a painful condition, and it's like a very lonely condition, so I don't really want anyone to go through this. And I don't know, it seems to be genetic. So Daniel's already suffering from eczema. Now Deborah is barely 3 months old. I really fear that they will suffer this same condition. I don't want them to be like that. I want to show people actually the extent of my patches, I think in a lot of conversations, if I say, hey, I have psoriasis, people don't really know what is that. People just say, oh, does it itch very bad? Even with doctors, I go in, I think I have psoriasis. Oh, does it itch very bad? Yeah, it's very itchy. I cannot sleep, maybe. Then I would ask them, would you want to see? And when I take off my shirt, and then the doctors even are like, oh wow, wow, you have quite a few patches. I think I want people to know the extent of my patches on my body. Ironically, because I know it's quite ugly, and it's often very shocking when we do that. At the same time, when people do know and know the extent of my condition, I hope that they do not pity me. I don't really want their heart to break for me, because I don't want to break their hearts, basically. But I think I want to know that I'm still loved despite this condition. I think I need that affirmation that my friends, my families, after seeing the extent of my skin, the full extent of my skin, after even sometimes knowing that these patches may spread, I don't know, to my face, to my scalp, that they will still love me and they will still enjoy being with me. That would be very, very comforting for me. Right now, only my wife Lydia knows the full extent of my skin. Yeah, my family, Daniel also has seen me and my skin. So only my family knows currently. No one else knows these patches, how they look like. Oh, okay, the doctors also know. But no, even the doctors do not know, because it's inconvenient at a clinic.
Certain areas.
Yeah, I have my pants normally when I go out. I have long pants. I have a long sleeve shirt, so I normally just take off my shirt and show and just say that okay, I have patches on my inner thighs, on my thighs and my legs as well. Yeah, so not many people know the full extent. And I also want people to be honest also with me, if for whatever reason this makes them uncomfortable. Yeah, I would be very happy to cover up more. I know that is just me disclaiming and trying to think of everyone in that sense. I know that my friends love me a lot.
Yes, they do.
And yeah, I'm sure they will accept me for who I am. But I think as of now, no one, because no one has seen it in its full glory in that sense. So I sort of desire for that to happen, for people to see who I am, who is Wei Shen, and what is he dealing with. Because I think
How is your skin
up
now?
to now, maybe no one really knows who I am, because they don't know this part of me. And this part is actually this condition is a huge part of who Wei Xuan is. And it's a part that till date I've been withholding from a lot of people. And no one knows the struggle. Sometimes there are days that I may be more 烦躁, big tick, and people may think, oh no, I just maybe bad mood today, but I think this is causing shifts in my mood. This is causing shifts in my commitment to things, in my drive to do things. I feel quite depressed sometimes. And without knowing this, my friends will definitely have no opportunity to support me. Even if they wanted to, they won't understand. So I think for me to be supported by my friends and my loved ones, I would hope for them to know this part of me and to be able to see how it has affected me. To be honest, I think it's a struggle for me to see God in it. When I'm sad, when I feel sad, I feel depressed, the thoughts do come to my mind. God, you said that this body is your temple, right? Your temple, what happened to your body? What are you doing with this temple of yours? And I must confess that there has been resentment with God. There has been frustration at Him for seemingly inaction on His part. But I trust that I'm growing nonetheless as a person. Even in the ideas for this interview, I trust that these are steps to grow and mature as an individual, and to see how God can work through this. I trust He still loves me. I trust that He cares for me, just like how I care for Daniel. I am powerless in that sense to heal him, but my love for him will never change. In fact, my love for him intensifies because I really want him to know that he is not forsaken. He's not. I'm not repulsed by his condition. I understand that Daniel may act up, maybe may throw tantrums because of the way he's feeling about his skin, right? Because he's frustrated that his skin itches to the point of bleeding, right? He hates showering. I know and I understand. So, I wouldn't be angry at him throwing tantrums when I drag him to shower. So I think in the same way, God understands me at the end of the day, and I want to learn to trust Him, trust in His love for me. And I also hope that through this condition, being sufferer or endurer of it myself, I can be a blessing to people lor. I hope that, at the very least, I would be able to empathize with people who have this condition. I'll be able to know what they want, what they crave for, and be able to support them in that way. I think the thing that people can do to support me is to pray for me. I mean, that's a very cliche answer. I'm not sure, to be honest. Other than that, what can people do? I would have always welcome affirmations of how loved I am, because I think I need that a lot. And that's a core struggle that I have with this condition, that I will not be loved because of how ugly my body is. So for people to affirm that would be helpful, will be always a reminder that I'm loved. And yeah, I hope for people to know me well enough that they won't need to ask, hey, what happened to your skin? I hope for people, for come to a point of time where I do not need to explain this condition anymore. People would maybe just come and and support me, and just treat me. I wouldn't say treat me as a normal person. It's not. I don't think it's realistic, right? Of course, feel free to be sensitive to my needs. Right? If I'm sweating and I start to get itchy, or turn on the aircon, these are very sensitive, thoughtful actions that a person can be doing. But I would still enjoy being in the midst of my friends and my loved ones, in the midst of people. I would enjoy serving. I would enjoy leading, sharing my life as per normal, even before, just like before I had this flare up, this intensifying of this condition. Anything to help me sort of be effective in the things I'll do, that I can be doing, will be I would like it very much. I would say to test out your fears, your insecurities, to test them in a sense that if you think that people will be ashamed of hanging out with you, if you think people will love you less, test it out, right? I think it is true to a certain extent that people will be repulsed by a skin condition like that. Right? It's natural. But I would say find a community that will love you with the love of God, and who will accept you for who you are. And I think this this interview in itself is a test, or rather it's an effort in that regard, because I want to just be fully authentic to the people I care about. So I think if we are as authentic, do not hide, be real, because hiding is, I think, very tiring. That's also not to say to go out bearing everything at the expense of people's comfort, right? That's something I would not do as well lah. That's another extreme. I think I personally would not. I don't think I will be in short sleeve in the public for a very long time. But at least for my friends, even with my friends, I probably won't show it, every time I'm with them. But the fact that they know, and the fact that they have a chance to affirm their love, affirm our friendship, the quality of our friendship, our love for each other, I think would be very helpful for me. And I believe this will be helpful also for anyone who is in the same predicament. I think with any condition, even right, it might not be some skin condition, but anything, like if it's depression, if it's even some struggles that you are dealing with, the seemingly mundane bad day at work, right? The fact is, if you are authentic about it, if you're willing to share it with people, and if you find a community who is willing to listen and is willing to just affirm you despite what you're going through, in spite of what you're going through, and don't worry, it's a bad day at work, we still love you, 加油. I think that will be very healthy lah. It will help us to have the strength in numbers to deal with it together.
Thank you. Lastly, would you be willing to show us some of your patches?
Yeah, are we willing to show the patches now?
Yeah.
I guess so. Take off the mic first. I don't think can be seen in the patches on my arms,
Side trunk.
my trunk, my body. This is one of the bad patch. Let's take this first. It's alright. It's one of the bad patches that I have, where it's so itchy that my nails, once I dig my nails in, right, you'll see like 4 spots because of my fingers. Digging until the blood is there will be wounds. This is one of the patch where I scratched and then the whole piece of flesh came off. So this is quite annoying because this wound, whenever I straighten my arm, the wound will start to split and it hurts, so I cannot really straighten my arm without any pain. So always when I'm standing, I'll be like standing like that. So I'll just try to like I don't know, put my hands on my hips. I will just be holding my hands like that. So yeah, my friends may notice this. These are some of the large patches here. Patches underneath my armpit. Oh, I've not seen this in this angle. Yeah, some here. So it's all, I mean, I don't know about psoriasis, I don't know how it works, but it's commonly very symmetrical. Some of this here, neck. And I fear that it's starting to, spread across my neck. It's quite sad to look at, but my back is okay.
Yeah.
My back is fine. Yeah. Maybe for my pants, I'm in boxers right now. Cannot really see my leg, this entire patch, the back patch as well. This patch here. Back patches as well. So the deal with this is, I mean, whenever doctors give me cream, I'll literally run through bottles of cream in like 2 days, because the thing when you put is like
It's everywhere.
everywhere. It's like literally covering your whole body with cream, and it feels disgusting, because if your body is wet with cream, then you wear clothes on. It's like putting on clothes when your body is wet. I hate that feeling. Yeah, and it happens. So whenever I shower, yeah, it's painful and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for this opportunity and for making me do this.